Welcome, welcome. Today is going to be a short episode, and I thought we should discuss about the upcoming big day, New Year's Eve. It's one of the few nights where people feel the pressure to overdo everything. There's a little bit of scarcity mentality. It's the last day of the year, etc. And I thought we could go over some strategies to wake up on Jan 1st, 2026 bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You're here with Dr. Arasi Maran at Reboot with Dr. Arasi Maran. I'm an interventional cardiologist, but I want to take my voice beyond the cath lab to your day-to-day lives and work on empowering you to take action on your own health. So let's start today's episode, which is going to be a short one, but a sweet one, hopefully. So let's start with the truth. When it comes to New Year's Eve, you really don't need to choose between having a good time and drinking. Drinking does not mean you always have a good time, because drinking kind of leads to excessive unwanted calories. There's a lot of hangovers, and you're literally sabotaging the new year by making decisions which you may not actually like about yourself the next day. Let's talk about intentional celebration. And I'm here to give you some science-backed tools and strategies so that you can wake up feeling fresh. So we all know about alcohol. Like, alcohol is one of the few things in this past 5 years has done a big three. In the beginning of the decade, we all were talking about red wine. It's good for your heart. Resveratrol and red wine is great. The French paradox, etc. But over time, we have now come to know that alcohol, any amount of alcohol, is not going to be good for you. It increases your risk of cancer. It causes dementia. It increases the rate at which your cognitive impairment accelerates. It leads to poor sleep quality. It leads to terrible appetite control. You're dehydrated the next day, and it keeps adding on and on and on. So maybe in 2025, going into 2026, you're not ready to quit alcohol. But how about being mindful and maybe reducing the amount of alcohol? That could be a good first step before becoming completely sober. So here are the practical strategies. You have a party, 31st December, you do have a party, you know you're going to have a drink. But can you think about how many drinks you're going to have? So let's say you're starting to party at 8:30. So 8:30 to 12:30, 1:30, you have 4 to 5 hours going. How many drinks do you really want to have? Can you think about a number and stick to the number? And now, can you alternate your alcoholic beverage with a non-alcoholic beverage, such as water, so that you are always well hydrated? Can you actually ask for your drink in a long glass and fill it with a lot of sparkling water, so you're sipping a drink and having a glass in your hand for a much longer time instead of taking shots, which is where the trouble usually starts? What you need is not more alcohol, but what you need is awareness. All right. Now let's move on to my favorite tool this year, mocktails. They are not a downgrade. It's a power move. It's a strategy. How about a cocktail and a mocktail and a cocktail and a mocktail strategy, so that you're reducing the overall total amount of alcohol you're drinking, but you always have your hands busy and you're walking around with a beautiful looking, colorful looking drink, and it becomes a conversation piece by itself instead of you being in a drunken blitz and blabbering. And it also reduces social pressure. One of the biggest things that happens on December 31st is, hey, you're not drinking? What's wrong with you? Are you okay? It becomes like almost like a health hazard because you're not drinking. So maybe having a beautiful looking drink, which is non-alcohol based, can kind of keep the conversation going, keep the good times going without the bad thing. And most mocktails are not sugary these days. These mocktails are loaded with plant-based nutrition, and they're loaded with electrolytes, adaptogens, etc., and makes you feel good. And instead of having the sugary juices which you used to be having. So holding a glass does not mean it needs to contain alcohol. So maybe just having a mocktail and still keep the party going is a reasonable strategy. Now, these are strategies strategies during the party, right? But you need to start planning ahead, even before the party. Fiber is your best friend in this. If you arrive to a party, that's the best way to regret the party itself. Eating a fiber rich, protein containing meal can do amazing things for you. Number one, think of a large salad, vegetables, lentils, lean protein, chicken or fish, healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, even a couple of eggs. Why this matters? Fiber slows the alcohol absorption. Protein stabilizes the blood sugar. And with that, you make better choices. And willpower works only when your blood sugars are stable. Do you guys remember the Snickers ad where the person becomes a grumpy, old, annoying person till they start eating Snickers and their blood sugar comes up and they become normalized themselves? You don't have to load yourself with Snickers, but any fiber-rich healthy fat, lean protein meal can help you with that. Now, there is one non-negotiable if you want to wake up on Jan 1st, 2026, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. That is hydration. Alcohol is naturally dehydrating. You tend to pee a lot more. It's a little bit of a diuretic. You're also late night dancing, etc., etc. So start the evening hydrated. That means you start your hydration protocol on 30th or even 31st morning and continues throughout the day. Electrolytes are fantastic. Any of the salt-based electrolytes is going to be extremely good. Keep a water at your bedside and just kind of even balance yourself with, if I'm having one drink, I'm going to have another equivalent amount of water before it. And that's going to keep you going throughout the night. Then have a plan, but also give yourself grace. The biggest predictor of regret is an indulgence. So don't plan to fail. Give yourself a plan. How many drinks am I going to have tonight? How do I want to leave? How do I want to wake up tomorrow? And if things don't go perfectly, it's okay. Just have you done your best to get to have a better start? Now, if you don't do what you plan to do and you had a night of overindulgence and you wake up terribly, don't beat yourself up. Hydrate. Eat a balanced meal, usually eggs. Have a glass of yogurt and a cup of yogurt with lots of water. Go for a walk. Don't beat yourself up. Progress does not require guilt. So this new year, choose celebration and not self-sabotage. You can drink less and enjoy more. You can eat mindfully without missing out. You can wake up energized and not regretful. Plan your night the same way you plan your goals, with intention. This is Reboot with Dr. Arasi Maran. Let's celebrate smart, start strong, and I'll see you in the next year. A very happy New Year's to all of you.